Ever since Minecraft 1.14 was released, villagers have had unique outfits depending on their biome in different villages for every villager type, with two exceptions, jungle and swamp, both of whom, despite having an exclusive skin, still have not obtained their village 6 major versions or over 4 years later. Since part of my base is in a jungle biome and 1.20 is adding bamboo planks, an amazing block family for everything jungle, it's time to change that. So I started pre-building a few houses in a snapshot since the full update wasn't out yet, starting off by transforming a small village house to be made out of jungle blocks, which I didn't even ended up using since it looked just terrible. I felt confident enough to tackle a few more complicated builds, including a sawmill and a temple as a place of worship. Then I got bored of playing creative and decided to prepare for 1.20 by building a bamboo farm. We will need a ton of the stuff, and since I felt like a bamboo plantation would be something a jungle village would contain, I decided to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but ultimately just hit myself with it. I spent half an hour placing rails, the farm isn't even that good, and to top it all off, it looks absolutely horrendous if you aren't using a better leaves texture pack. I imagined the jungle to have several different tree sizes, and since I'm not the best at building trees, and I want a few really tall ones, I decided to call my friend Freakai.
Hello.
So I kind of hired this guy to build some trees, because I didn't find any good ones in the internet. And yeah, he's gonna build some trees for an Elytra, right?
Yes.
An
Elytra would be nice.
Kinda sounds like I'm pressuring you into this.
For
For an Elytra, right? Okay, but first, let's talk payment, because obviously I do have the financial means to support this project. What do you want?
First of all, an Elytra.
Okay, I can actually already enchant it and give it to you because it's gonna help you with that project.
Feather falling boots would be also very useful.
Anything else I can get you?
Maybe 3 stacks of rockets.
Only 3? Okay, I guess. You can ask for some stuff. This is a lot of work to do, right? He really didn't want any more stuff, so I provided him with the building materials and the payment, and he already started building, which was great because it kind of pressured me to building myself. As my first order of business, I decided I wanted some sort of water feature, some sort of stream or river, and that meant I basically had to rip out half the ground again, which was a lot of fun. Then I obviously filled the whole thing with water, and afterwards extended the bamboo farm a bit, because it just looked out of place that small. And as you can see, I'm already getting to work on the village houses, but don't you worry, we are not even close to the halfway mark at this point. By the way, this is a new thing I'm trying out, talking on time lapses. Let me know if you prefer to how I usually do it, and I'm gonna adapt to it. Anyway, as you can see, we went for the stilt-based design, which kind of made sense near the lake. I really enjoyed the process of designing these houses in survival instead of creative, which is how I usually do it nowadays. And I threw all of that out of the window for the next house. I just had no inspiration whatsoever for the normal houses, so I looked a few up and found a really nice one. The only issue is I can't seem to find where I got it from. I'm so sorry, I don't know. If I find it, it will be linked in the video description. And then, as you can see, I designed a shed, and with some inspiration from the original house, I designed my own houses. Okay, so I need a short break from building bamboo houses. So I think I'm just gonna texture the bottom and edges of the pond. Now replacing all of these dirt blocks underwater with mud would obviously be a real pain, since building underwater is, yeah, it's kind of annoying, and also everything here is hollow, as you might remember, so the water would be flowing down, and yeah, I don't know about that. But there's luckily a little trick that we can use. Because if you have a dirt block, you can use a water bottle to convert it to mud. And that's essentially what we're gonna do with the entire floor here. So, let's get to work. Okay, so we have quite a few houses now. As you can see, I added a few more, added this little temple back here. There's gonna be a larger one in like, I don't know, I think it's gonna be episode 5. Don't quote me on that, please. And yeah, obviously this is supposed to be a jungle village, so there are a lot of trees that are still missing. I think I'm just gonna like whip up some basic tree and then make some variations of it and scatter it around. It doesn't have to be perfect, but yeah, something that isn't like the default tree but not too over detailed. You'll see. Okay, the tree has been constructed and I'm so bothered by this. I thought the azalea leaves looked nice and they worked perfectly fine together with the vines in my creative test world. As you can see, this is a plains biome. And the vines don't have such a vibrant green color, so they work nicely together with the azalea leaves. For some reason the azalea leaves keep their color and are not affected by this biome change, and this looks perfectly fine and very nice. But as soon as we go onto the server, this looks horrible! What the hell is this? Why is this like this? I hate it! So yeah, for the next tree I'm definitely gonna change to jungle leaves. I don't know if I'm gonna change it for this tree later on, but I probably can't be bothered to do so. So yeah. Let's get to working on some more trees. As you can see, I decorated a lot more in the meantime. There's like these little bushes and rocks, and then we also have the lampposts, this pond, more trees. But you might have noticed there's a lot of trees that are still missing. So I'm gonna do the extremely stupid thing of building a tree for every person who subscribes until the end of the year. This could just go wrong in multiple different ways. So if you want to torture me, subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.